Good evening. I have a lot of ideas about many things, but I would like to talk about few things related to Tata Group today. Not just about the Tata Group, about Godrej, about the great amalgamations. The word amalgamation is a collection of things. It means that you are connecting the companies, industries under one roof. When you called Tata Group, that is an amalgamation of companies. As of my knowledge, this group is having the reputation, and we know about the history of Tatas, and we have the you know when you talk about the respect, it's coming out of the reputation. We still adore the personalities. The late Tata was having great skills, and the expansion of the company was unimaginable. The growth was massive, and it was quite rapid. And I just want to mention few things, whatever I faced so far. I just try to understand one thing, that what will happen if one person is managing the huge, a very big amalgamation of companies. It's a very quite big. You know about the Tata Group and what we use on daily basis. We can easily say that the brand is occupying each and every household of India. Indeed, everywhere, every house at least using one or two products. So that itself is speaking about the name and fame of that particular group. I've been through very bitter experiences with Tata Group last year as well as this year. It's happening, I don't know why. The management should take concern about these things, and they have to save the brand name, the name at first, the image, the name, the fame, reputation, whatever has been created by the great Tatas. We use the products on everyday basis. Tata salt, when you talk about the Tata brand, salt, pulses, grains, dry fruits, and they entered into this food processing and all. And Big Basket is also under Tata Group, working under Tata Group. And when you talk about the West Side, I could say that I'm still having the trust in that brand created by Tata Group. You know about the cars, when you talk about the motor industry, everyone is aware of the brand. you know about telco, you know about TCS, you know about the name. Wherever it is possible, it took the space in the heart as well as physically it is available. Physically it took lot of space out of this country. That's great. That's really amazing because we can trust, we can rely on the products. And we are simply blindly choosing it because we have the trust. Let me tell you very clearly, I had the bitter experience with Westside last year and I have uploaded the video. I did not leave the management till I get the letter, apology letter from the management. Then with the big basket, I had issues. Please make a note. I had issues with big basket. Somehow the mistakes will be there, but it can be avoidable. If you ask me how to avoid the mistakes, I can tell you. But there are many ways. The best calculation can be done with the use of operations research. You must understand that we need to reduce the time, the money. That's how we are creating the profit as well as we are able to receive the praise as well as we are able to gain the trust from customers. It's not easy. Trust is always earned. So how they are earning the trust? Because we know this brand for many decades. So when you talk about any brand, it is there for years because of the trust whatever they have created. The quality whatever they promised has been delivered. That is the first and foremost thing. Quality, trust. Trust will come because of the quality. Quality in whatever they deliver. If the quality is there, automatically the trust will come. And also the service. That's quite important. You can be rude, you can be quite unfriendly. And service is very important. When you talk about the service, it's about marketing, it's about campaigns. Everything is there. Under marketing, the service will develop. And also, in the showrooms, you could see the people. They are representing an integral part of Tata. So we were able to see everything. All the things were going well with Tata Group. But unfortunately, I faced a lot of bitter experiences in West Side, in Mia by Tanishq, in the Big Basket. When you talk about the service, it became very pathetic. Service as well as the contradictory statements, lot of mishaps, unimaginable. I couldn't even believe that it's happening in the showroom of Tata. What went wrong? We are here to save this particular brand as well as the name. We are having that responsibility. I'm not a part of it, but I'm buying the products. I have the trust. So the brand is having the reputation for years, for decades. And how it is crashing, getting crashed all of a sudden. If they are having the brand for decades, they have the knowledge about the management. They just don't lose the customer just like that. Earning one customer is not just about earning one customer. Earning one customer is equivalent to earning 10 to 15 customers approximately, by mouth, by reviews. If you are losing one customer, again you must understand it. You are losing 20 customers. Slowly it will be gone. The whole brand will be not there. If there is any mishap, if it is not handled properly, if you think that 80%, 20% rule, that 20% will sink in a way that can make a big hole in your ship. It will be drowned very easily. The point here is that last year I went to West Side and I shared the experience, whatever happened over there. And then I went to Mia by Tanishq in Indranagar, 100 feet road. And their bill was not having the transparent details. I don't know. This is the biggest issue. When you are producing the bill, be transparent. Be transparent. See, if I am here, if there are only 2 shops in my town, I know about them. They have an idea about me. The trust is automatically built up because of the area that's quite small, and the population, again, it's very, when you consider the rate, it's quite less. So we have an idea about anything, any shop or anyone running the business. If we are buying it, obviously we have an idea about it. And also I can go, if anything is happening, I can simply go and claim it. I just demand the transparency, the accountability. When you run any business, it's the idea of doing the business, but it's called as cheating. You are cheating your valuable customer. And the customer is back again and again because you are there everywhere. I can't avoid you just like that. That is one reason. Competition is there, but still, somehow I have to meet you in the kitchen, in my wardrobe, or while commuting. Somehow you are there. I can't avoid you. But that doesn't mean that you can cheat. You can do anything or you can say anything as the way you want. What is that? Why are you not able to say what you're doing? I'm not asking anything extra. I'm giving the money, that's the full money. If it is the cash, it's not torn, it's not in the half of the rupee is not there. It's not torn, it's not having some distorted figure. I'm giving the money. You must give everything in return. It means that the transactions, whatever transaction is there between you and me, should have the transparency. There is nothing else. I just don't want to step into your place to demand something. I have to cancel the transaction and I need to bear the charges if at all if I give you any check. It's quite horrible. It's not right, right? Why should I have to have all these disputes just because trusting the brand, just because something good is there? See, if you fail, you are failing by selling the bad product or doing the bad service, providing the bad service, or simply you are cheating the customer by hiding the information while producing the bill. Somehow I'm not satisfied and also feel cheated. The feeling of being cheated is horrible than anything. When you feel that you got fooled by someone, that is the greatest, blunder, and also the worst feeling. When you know that, yeah, I know that, but I am asking you, and you are simply giving the oral statement. And how could I trust that? You are not a part of my family. I can't trust anyone. I am giving you the money. You just give the full details regarding the transaction. Why do you have the hidden value? Why do you want to hide something? Why do you want... See, the discrepancy means it's not about hiding the value. It's not only related to the hidden values. Discrepancy is also related to the missing values. Or missing information. If you are not able to provide the data properly, if you are simply trying to woo the customer, it's not going to happen. You are doing something wrong. See, you are not dealing with the customers. You are also dealing with the money, currency. It's the business, but yet it is related to the money, the transaction at first. I just don't want to, there are things, I usually avoid it. I hate it in fact. Whenever I go to one particular parlor, I like everything. The hairstylist, whatever is there, it's okay. It's reasonable. The price is reasonable. The service is good. But the worst point is canvassing. I just want to be relaxed while taking the head massage. I want to be relaxed while taking the foot massage. I just don't want to hear anything other than the music or silence is good, or if there is any music, it's fine. But, the people over there automatically canvassing the customers while doing the service. What will happen when the person is doing something? I have to recall the joke out of one old movie then. The guy was doing the barber was doing his work, and he got the opportunity because you know about the work of the barber. He was shaving, and he kept the knife on someone else's jaw, and he was completely, got the control, and he was simply saying something sarcastically. It's like that only. Like when we are taking the service, if you are canvassing, if I say no or if I just don't say anything, it will be the worst service then. I will have a bad haircut or it will be the worst service then. I hate it. Whenever I enter into the parlor and they are doing the same thing, it's happening everywhere. You want to canvas, you want to gain credits, you want to earn points. I agree with that. But that doesn't mean that you can, I have to do it just because you are canvassing me. I am totally not interested in that. And then I don't prefer your shop to buy anything or to get something done. Automatically I'll be out of that place. It's so bad. You can, I was working in Sutherland Global Services, and they introduced one particular service called as Total Solutions. It's not just about a technical solution, as well as the solution related to their needs. Or when you identify that, something is faulty or something can be improved by adding the accessories or the components, then we can suggest. We can simply suggest, but we cannot force them. And that too, after providing the solution, please make a note. And if at all, if the person is interested, you can give the suggestion. That's it. You cannot force. I cannot force them to buy something. And I cannot even demand a rate, give me the rating from this to this. We never allowed to say that sort of thing. What is the difference between customer service and technical support? What is the difference? It's a huge difference. You are giving the support to someone in US, in UK, in Russia, in the Middle East. And I just wanted to, go for saving all the calls. If you monitor that, it's quite pathetic, the service. It will be the same, right? If you are able to provide the service to someone in United States, then you must give the same service. You must have the idea to give the same sort of service to the fellow Indian. This is the great difference, because they are not able to provide the proper service, and the lip service is pathetic, and they are saying the things that's quite contradictory. They are not willing to convince or correct their mistakes. I just want to save all the calls. I really want to do that. You must listen to those calls, or the people they are trying to contact via WhatsApp. You must read the messages. It's all pathetic. If I talk to the person in the same manner, I'll be out of, at first you please try to understand it. The training itself having lot of metrics. The soft skill training is there. After that, the technical training. Once you come passed out of the soft skills training, then only you can enter into technical training. Technical training will be there. Training will be there for the technical support. So it will be called as soft skills and technical. Then the written and oral test will be there for freshers. And for the experienced, again it will be there, but the procedures will be different. It's not same like the procedure followed for the freshers. It will be different. The questions will be different, and it will be quite different. The selection or recruitment procedure will be quite different. And in the hardware and networking, the selection process is very different than the process related to customer service. I completely assist you. We cannot say that. It's wrong at first. What is that? Completely assist you. I totally agree with your point. I can understand. There are many sentences, of course, taught by the team, because there are things monitored by the quality analyst. Technically, the feedback will be given by the executive, and also for the soft skills also there is a person, again, to monitor the quality of the speech of the candidate or the employee. And we cannot simply speak whatever we want. We can build a rapport, but it's all limited. Time constraint is there. There are many constraints. And there are do's and don'ts. We can build the rapport, but we cannot, if they are irate, if the customer is quite irate, we cannot simply say something in the same wavelength or intonation. And also sometimes they demand the same executive, the representative, to solve the problem. That is also there. So I would like to tell you, the Tata Group is having the big name and fame, and everyone is having the trust in the name and fame, and they are living in the hearts as well as in the houses, in the places of this country. So their presence is there physically, mentally. It's there for decades. Unfortunately, I had a very bitter experience, not just with one company under Tata Group, West Side, Big Basket, and Mia by Tanishq. Again, another. I just don't want to discuss it right now. You cannot produce the contradictory statements. If you really don't know about it, say that. I don't know. But you cannot say it directly. But there are ways to say it. Sorry, I'm not having many details about this. I can transfer this call to someone, or you can simply say that there is a respective team handling these things. Let me check with them and I will assure you the call back. Or if you don't mind, connect this call, or can I transfer this call to manager? There are ways to avoid the ugly circumstances. And you can simply say that, you cannot simply say that, but you have the responsibility to avoid the bitter experience. If you really don't know, say that I have an idea about it, but let me check with my team. I'll be back with all the details, or I will check with my manager. He will be calling you in a short while. There are ways to express the same thing without hurting anyone. You will be happy, as well as the other person on the end will have the idea as well as the trust. That's how you're going to develop the trust. There is no other way. You cannot simply shout at the customer, or you cannot simply say something that's wrong. If you say something that is quite wrong, the customer will become more irate. He or she will be dissatisfied with the whole service, and that will be the loss. You are not going to lose your merits. Your metrics will be affected, of course, but on the whole, the company is going to bear the loss. If they are losing one customer, as I told you, it's equivalent to losing 10 to 15 customers. They say, no, hey, this service is so bad. Buy this one. Go for this. They simply suggest the other person like this. Hey, go for this one. They have the great service. They simply spread that message. So by mouth and reviews, you are going to lose many customers. Customer service is very important, and if you really don't have an idea about anything, don't give the false promises. I just don't want to interfere into anything, but I'm just thinking of not choosing the brand, or not entering into the shop, because I have had enough I already had lot of disputes with the companies under Tata Group. And it's all about their mistakes. Please make a note. So pathetic. We are happy to buy the product because we have the trust that is coming out of the quality and service. Don't forget that. It's very tough to create the brand image. At first, it is tough to create the brand, then gaining the image, then rooting well, penetrating well in the market, and gaining the trust or building the trust, and then feedbacks, whatever is there. Be open to receive the feedbacks. Try to understand the customer's perspective. That's very important. It's not that you just created the brand, you know everything. A customer is also having a lot of ideas. There are many customers having the great knowledge. If they are sharing something, please listen to them. Be there. Must be a great listener. Receive the feedbacks. There must be a team. Even the customer care is there to do that. Why are you not interested to receive the feedbacks? That is not just related to one particular company. You are under one roof. So obviously the message should be sent to each and every department or each and every company. See, we receive the feedbacks like this. What do we have to do? Be willing to, you must be willing to have the open mind to receive the cynical reviews, the bad experiences. What the people will do while buying the product, they read the reviews. They just don't blindly follow the reviews, but yet they see what they are talking about the product. They are going to accumulate 5 stars plus 4 stars plus 3 stars, of course, plus 2 plus 1 aggregated value and divided by 5. You need to take the average. That is going to be the value of that product. The rating is the average of all the ratings. That's how you are going to estimate the quality or the reliability of the product. Nobody is going to rely on something just because it is having a lot of good reviews. Even if there is one negative review, they are going to check that. What is that? Is that related to the quality? Is that related to the service? Related to the packaging? Delivery? On the whole. Product's quality, price, service, delivery, post-care. Post-delivery care. And there are so many websites having no phone numbers, and they are not at all receiving the calls. They are not willing to give any reply after buying the product. If it is defective, if it is having any issue, it's very tough to contact them. So you must be aware of the websites, whether they have the right phone number, and you need to read the reviews and check the social media, whatever platforms are there. How about their involvement? And also you can check with your neighbors, with your friends, relatives. So I would like to tell you that I have faced enough issues. I cannot handle this anymore. And I'm all alone. I faced everything all alone. Please make a note. All the things faced by me all alone. With no one else's, nobody helped me. No one. I was getting into website and I really demanded the letter from the management because the staff's letter was pathetic, horrible. On the whole, he is not responsible. To err is human. But that's related to the training. If they are not trained properly, then it will happen. See, to err is human. We are not machines. We have good days, bad days, and it will happen. We cannot avoid this. If I am working, I cannot say that I can give the 100%. I can give my 100%, but to err is human, right? No one is going to give the guarantee. If they are hiring you, they cannot demand the 100% output. You are not a machine. But yet, there are things it has to be handled politely with a genuine concern, care. And after all, they are gods. Your customer is a god. If there is no customer, no one is there, then there is no business. It's a big amalgamation, I could understand that. And I do have the interest to buy the products under the group named Tata because of the reputation, because of the trust, reliability. There are many factors behind it. I just demand the transparency everywhere. Be accountable, be transparent. At least 95% you could follow it. I just don't want this thing. Buying the product, returning it, or trying to negotiate with the team regarding the refund, regarding the return, exchange, or simply they are not available after delivering the product. I couldn't contact them. After receiving the product, I couldn't contact them. There are so many obstacles. I'm not considering that it's happening to me because I'm overthinking, or maybe I'm creating so many illusions because of the loneliness. It's not like that. I'm talking to my husband on everyday basis. I'm not lonely. And for your information, I don't know why it is happening. I have to be very cautious, 100%, 100% cautious about where I am, what's going on. And I need to watch each and everything. It's happening while paying the bill. It's happening after paying the bill. It's happening, while coming out of the showroom. And it's happening after receiving the product. It's happening, everywhere. All of a sudden, apps are not working. Giving the error. I already talked about it. I cannot handle 1,000 things at once. And the technology is not at all easing my life. It's worse than the Stone Age. I don't want to be very negative, but this is what I have faced. I just demand the transparency in the transactions. If I get into the place, be transparent, be accountable, be responsible, and be a good listener, as well as, I'm just like you. What else? A human being. You must give the respect, concern, care as a fellow human being. Don't give the discrepancy statements. The statements are contradictory, very ironic, having lot of wrong promises, data, etc. Don't hide the value of something. Be transparent. Don't hide any value. If it is getting calculated, it must be reflected. There should be no hidden values. And your service. I'm there to buy something. I'm not there to buy everything. And don't canvass me while buying it, or if someone is not interested, just leave. It's okay. You can just negotiate. And post care after delivering the product, after you are handling the product to the customer, just have little bit of concern how it's working, or do you have an issue, or if the customer is having an issue, if the person is trying to contact you, be there, be available. Please be available. It's too tough for me to buy the product, and if there is any defect or something is not there as I have expected, and it's too tough for me to contact the respective owner of that website or the customer care. No one is there. Was trying to call them, sending multiple messages, multiple mails, then they are coming back. After many mails, after many messages. And add the demo video. Nowadays it's quite easy, even a child is doing it. It's taking the video, it's speaking, it's doing something. Can't you give the product demo? You are talking about the product. I don't know what is that. It's having the front image, back image. And why don't you just give the give the demo for that particular product? I bought the Philips beater whisking equipment. Philips egg beater or whisking equipment. That particular plug is not at all having the compatibility with any plug point. What to do with that? How do I contact? It's not at all having the compatibility with any port, any plug point. I already did that. I received the mixer grinder and it was not working as the way I have expected. It's the very bad product out of Philips. Again, that happened last year. I faced 1,000 scenarios. I'm just trying to give up on buying online, or even, just don't want to trust someone, the salesman or the marketing representative. I just don't want to trust anyone. I want to come back. I want to check, I want to do the calculations on my own. Because if the product is there, if they are saying that, okay, it's going to grind just one paper, it means that it is able to grind a small amount as well. That is what he's trying to say, the salesman. And you know what? Every company, the Philips is also a very big brand. Very big brand. Worldwide, it's having name and fame. I do have the trust, confidence while buying the particular product out of that brand. And again, whenever they create any product, there will be a lot of trials. Everyone is going to give their feedback, and that too in the same place. They have created multiple mixer grinders. Many different functions with a different voltage. It can be performing very well even with a lower voltage. And I got the product last year. Pathetic. It was so horrible. And I had the same, not the same brand is same, but the product was different. It was not creating any noise. It was doing the function properly. But the lids were very, very cheap. Made out of cheap material. It was not strong. It was broken. And there is no spare available. So if there is anyone available to get the complaints, to take the feedbacks, I cannot write, I cannot simply follow the instructions available on the label. For any complaints, please call this number. For any complaints, please contact this, mail to this. It's not working. I mailed them. It's not working. As I told you, whenever they invent the product, while inventing the product itself, they have the calculations, they have the blueprint, they have the idea about how it's going to work. And if something is going to do the work with that sort of voltage, just imagine. It's gonna vibrate a lot. I could recall the Sumit mixie. It was there in my house. After my mother's demise, it was gone. Because of my father was there, he was not able to handle it properly. But you just try to understand. It's gonna occupy this space, for sure. But it's not at all vibrating, and it's not, it was not creating any tension while grinding anything. The disadvantages about the clips, but it is advisable. Still we are holding it because we really have no idea about it, the load. We are always trying to grind it. We are thinking that okay, it's gonna grind it, then it will come down. Again, it's gonna grind it. So this much load will be there. If I think of it, it's going to do something else. All of a sudden, it's gonna open the lid because of the heavy load. But my thinking is quite different. It's going to grind it within, two swirls. It will be grinding the bottom, whatever is there. That thing will be grinded. When it will be powdered, and then on top whatever is there, and it will come down. Again, it's going to do the same thing. Alright, I'm just drifting away from the topic. I just don't want to talk about it. It's the worst product. It's creating a lot of vibrations because it's standing on the foot, the rubber foot, and it's not perfectly getting seated on the surface, and it's simply creating more vibration. It's quite pathetic.